that took forever. So long, in fact, that it's not even the same day. I built a butt ton of bookmarks and tacticals in and around this area, and while I was doing it, I was checking out the market. So I've actually parted together a Myrmidon, and I'm going to be doing a scanning run around the system that I've got my Myrm in now. And ideally what we'll find, hopefully, is just a site or two in that system that I can go ahead and get that done and run. New one system. But it was good because I actually spent quite a bit of time in my Cove Ops here just running around to the various systems in the area, really getting a good feel for what's where and who's got what and all that good stuff. So hopefully this will all turn out to be a good thing. So I got just a couple more things I need to pick up, primarily ammo and drones, and then we'll go do some scanning and get into some trouble. So bear with me just one little bit and we'll be right there. Alright, so we finally got ourselves put together. We're out here in BMNV-P, and I didn't find a radar site, which is what I was hoping for life, but I figured get something done. I did scan down a few combat sites in the system, so there's one of them that was a hard scan. There was also a wormhole that led into dangerous unknown space, which I think is class 5 or class 6, 4 or 5, something like that. It's one of the higher levels of wormholes, but I'm not going in there, certainly not by myself. So I'm just going to do a quick scan because I did see a Hurricane and Harbinger in this system while I was scanning stuff down, so I just want to make sure I am definitely alone. And I'm going to go on in. Get that running. Okay, so we got the Myrmidon, standard fit, no rigs on it, just because rigs in Null Sec are just disgustingly expensive. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to have to make it myself. So I'm going to contract over some VPCs, some blueprint copies from my main. Our Corp has obviously all of that stuff. I'll just copy them and give them to myself, and then save my salvage and just kind of build my own rigs. I don't need a ton of rigs, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I presume, anyway. I want to add that. There we go. So, yeah, just one of those things I want to be kind of thinking about is I don't want to spend all that ISK on rigs, but I definitely want to have rigs available. So I'll just sneak in the blueprints and manufacture them by myself out here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, I think somebody's already cleared this. It's probably what I saw with that. That's probably the Harbinger and the Hurricane I saw. We're out here running this site out. That's fine. That's fine. Blow something up real quick. Make myself feel better. It dropped something. It dropped something. So whoever was running this site didn't blow up the bunkers. And apparently they dropped stuff. See if it's anything worth having. Alright, I need to put my drones in my groups. Hammer time. Warriors. Hobby horse. Hop. 2, okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Anything worth having? Some ammo. Just some ammo. Okay. I'm not gonna waste my ammo on that other one. Just gonna check and see if there's anything in the second room. Man, they already went and did all of the salvage and everything by the looks of it. Very impressive. They didn't mine all the Veldspar out though. Veldspar. Nope. All this perfectly good Veldspar out here. What the heck, guys? Come on. I also saw Helios out here, so he could be cloaked up. Thankfully, Helios is not really a dangerous ship. Veldspar, twisted metal. Interesting, very nice. Barren asteroids, power conduit. I really should be able to salvage this stuff, I think, but nobody asks me. This is a system with a station in it, so I will be using that as my align point, just so if I get jumped, I can warp and dock. I was pondering doing this as a live stream. Now the inherent dangerousness of doing this as a live stream has not been lost on me. You know, yeah, sure, see where I'm at, see what I'm doing, come shoot me. Yeah, it's empty. Empty. Okay, no worries. Hopefully there's more stuff to do in here. Interesting. But I did try a test a couple nights back. You have to play it in windowed mode, and that really kind of screwed me up pretty bad. I don't know that I can function like that. I don't really know if there's any interest in that or not. New contact in system. A lot of new contacts in system. Those guys up. And hammer time. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's okay. Pulse the macro warp drive. Keep an eye on the scan. Seems to be clear. Now, they could have come in through that wormhole, which is way off a scan. Or they could all be in stealthy ships. That's also a possibility. Too far out of range for those guys now. Get that real quick, kind of going up. Keep an eye on the scan. Watch your drones. They're all fine right now. I think we can survive on one repper for the moment. Yes, probably shut the second one off real quick. There we go. Keep the eye out, keep the eye out. And the station is my warp out point. Now this should be at least more lucrative than the last time. But we'll see. Oh, we're down to 4 in system. That's good. That's good. The drones seem to have a hard time breaking this guy's tank. Give me 1 rep pulse. There's 2 things I'm looking for. Probes and ships. So, obviously, need to make sure that I'm not getting hit by either of them. I have no idea how this guy is doing, which kind of worries me. I just don't, you know... I don't know. Is he getting killed or not? One pulse. Getting much better at that, I think. What do you guys think? I mean, it's one of those things I playing a lot more StarCraft 2 lately, and getting into the habit of things is kind of getting a habit of mine. Alright. Okay, they got him. That's good. Glad to hear it. Back down to 3 in system. These guys are in station, I'm pretty sure. But I don't count on them to stay in station. Funny that these cruisers are so much slower than these battleships. I don't know why that is. That's weird. So yeah, I was like I was saying earlier, I've got an hour's worth of video of me just kind of flying around and answering some questions. I didn't really do anything in that time, so I don't know if it's exciting to watch or not. So I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll cut it up into this. So like I'll run this site. I'll have some question and answer stuff. I might just cut it in half and tack half of it into the front of this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I just want to make sure that we... I want to answer the questions, and I want to make sure I'm doing it properly, and at the same time I want to make sure that I'm not boring you guys to tears by not doing a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is mostly exciting because I'm on edge, so it's constant paranoia. Living in Null Sec is a whole other kettle of fish. There's no Concord, there's no guns. I mean, I can be bombed by stealth bomber. Like 3 or 4 of them could probably just kill me outright if they hit me all at the same time, which is actually fun to do. I don't know if you've ever done it, but it was pretty funny. We did my corp, we had a whole operation where we took bombers out to a staging system on the... We were fighting this group of people, and they were kind of based in Nullsec, and there were 2 or 3 entrances in, and we set up bombers and jump clones on their back door, basically, kind of like closer to where their miners and stuff lived, and not anywhere near their combat troops. So we've set up we set up a push where we... Holy crud. Jeez, guys, get a little close, why don't you? Look at that. Where we we did a little frontal attack with just some ships, you know, regular old ships. Made ourselves just disgustingly obvious. Everybody knew we were there. We were shooting anything that moved. And then we docked up and we clone jumped over to our stealth bombers on the backside of their space, and we bridged in with a Black Ops battleship, and we just nuked like 6 systems with bombs. It was hilarious. Hilarious. You can't do that in Nullsec. Gotta be in Nullsec for that kind of fun. Pulse. And pulse. Look at that. Get a little closer, guys. Get a little closer, why don't you? Boom. Look at this cap. Look at this cap. I'm so thrilled about the cap. There we go. See, and now you were so close. I can just easily just put my drones right on you. They don't even have to go anywhere. They're already applying their DPS. But yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I don't think that the targets really appreciated it. How funny it was, but it was pretty hilarious. Pretty hilarious. He's getting closer though, isn't he? That's good. If he comes a little closer, I can start shooting him with the guns. Got the EMP ammo in right now. I'm not sure if that's the best for Serpentis or not. Not sure. As you can see, I had to fit a code breaker just because I was really hoping that I was going to find a radar site. But I think there's a group of people that run through these systems and cherry pick them as soon as things spawn, which is entirely possible. The traffic pattern through here is actually pretty heavy. But that's kind of one of those things. Come on, buddy. This guy, I can't believe how slow the cruisers are. I mean, the cruisers are getting 20 meters a second lower than 10 meters a second lower than the battleships. That's just not right. Just not right. And they can't even really touch my armor. I'm not even tanked that heavy, really. I'm not even using my reppers. I guess the Vexor could handle this. Yeah, I saw the comment. I know. My cap usage is terrible. So anyway. I have all the Portal 2 stuff done too, and I do want to get it uploaded, but I have to wait because uploading videos to YouTube literally nukes my bandwidth. I can't play any online games. It's kind of funny. If I'm rendering video, it nukes my CPU, and playing games becomes seriously problematic. And when I'm uploading, it nukes my bandwidth. So playing EVE Online or StarCraft or anything like that becomes really problematic. And playing EVE with lag, I'm sure I'd survive, but I don't like it. It's like I got drop 1,000-man fleet, you know. Like click, junk. So I'm probably gonna get this edited and put up today, and then I'll start finishing the rest of the Portal 2 videos and get those uploaded. And then, because this does clean up my hard drive quite a bit. It takes almost 700 gigs of video off the drive to get all this stuff uploaded and backed up and all that good stuff. Alright, this guy's going to go down pretty quickly. See if he's a trigger. And if he does, if he's not, then we're going to have to pull the drones back and then go after this dude. Pull the drones back and go after this dude. Pull the drones back and go after this dude. Come on. This would be so much more lucrative if I wasn't losing 11% of that every time I shot something. So yeah, I do believe I mentioned in the other one, I'm forming my own corp, and I'd like you guys to name it. I think that's going to be awesome. I've considered whether or not I'm going to let other people join the corp. I guess maybe, but only with alts. That's what I'm thinking. It's like an alt-only corp. We don't do anything serious. We don't have any territory to defend or operations. You know, if you're online and I'm online, we can fleet up, great. But really just for alts. I don't know, that's sort of my thoughts on the matter. Because this is my alt, and I obviously don't have time to run it like a real corp would. Like I would a real corp. That takes a lot of time and effort. But, you know, no spawn. Why is he so far away? So, I just want to put that out there. I mean, I think I can probably... I could even set up voice for the corp, but I wouldn't want to do it with... I wouldn't want to put out the expectation that it was going to be the same as, you know, my standard that you would get from a real corp. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know, in my own kind of mangled English sort of words good way. I just it'd be a nice place for people to be able to play and, you know, meet up and all that good stuff, but there would be no assets. That probably wouldn't even rent an office. And I would, but on the upside, there'd be no taxes. No corp tax. That's the whole point. It's a tax shelter corp. Fire that away. These are only Tech 1 autocannons, because getting T2 cannons out here was freaking expensive. Just stupid expensive. Alright. Cut that, because he is slow. I don't need this run. What am I doing? Doesn't touch my armor yet. Keep the scan up. Yo. And that's why. Alright, they're along. So, just Eris Saber and Harpy, and Curse's Kestrel Saber Worm. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Gonna just pull it back down to short again. If I see anything even vaguely threatening. It's not that I couldn't kill some of that. Heck, probably most of it. My primary concern would be, frankly, just so I can come back out and get the stuff, that they have, I couldn't get out. So they could bring more and more and more. It's the Saber and the Eris, and I think did I say a Flycatcher too? I just sworn I saw a Flycatcher. Alright, well they're off scan. But that did spawn new stuff. Pull the drones back. But until the system is quiet again. 16 in local. That's a lot. Where are my... There they are. New contacts. So they had a couple interdictors. So that's... They could bubble me down pretty hard if they wanted to, and then just... You know, I saw a handful of ships on scan. Lord only knows what the rest of it is. So you have to be careful. Gotta be careful. With 16 in local. Hasty beverage. Keeping an eye on the scan. I'm not going to go out there and get in the middle of this while I'm dealing with... Alright, so it's going down a little. I'm hoping they're on a roam and they're just on their way out. I'd like to get back down to me and my two buddies here. There we go. Keep going, guys. Keep going. You can't even see me. You don't even know I'm here. It's fine. It's fine. Me and Titus Wolf and Wolfzen, who I'm presuming are probably related. Probably alts. Yeah? Freelancer Union. Freelancer, yeah. It's possible. Possible. You start to notice themes. Alright. That's better. That's better. Oh, crap. And you all saw it. You said, Ogres, you idiot. You've left your armor for running. One of these days. One of these days. I tell you. I tell you. I tell you. Ogres, you idiot. Hilarious. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. That's alright. It's alright, I don't mind. Alright. So like battleships are worth 700 grand each. So it's actually quite a bit of ISK when you get out here and start dealing with it. And these are low tier battleships. They're not really even the hard ones. And I don't mean hardened as I do mean difficult. They are more difficult to kill, but the bounties on the battleships can go over $1.5 million, $2 million, depending on where you're at and what you're shooting at. I think some of the harder to find sites will, of course, obviously have the better rats in them to shoot for money. I'm not hurting for money by any stretch of the imagination at this point in time. I mean, I put together this Myrm in Null Sec, which was not cheap. It's a lot less cheap than it would have been in low sec or even high sec. So that was like 2 million ISK right there for that first group. That's not bad for 4 ships. 2 million ISK. But I lost 200 grand of it to corp tax. Stupid CAS. Stupid CAS, I tell you what. And these are just frigates, but they may scram, they may web. And I'm still not down to where I want to be in system. It's okay. I have guns for this exact purpose, and my cap is recovered from me being an idiot and leaving my leaving my repper on and running whole time like a dummy. Jeez. Oh, I can't believe that. Alright, not close enough. Nope, 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 nope. How about now? Transversal should be pretty low. See, radial's actually pretty good. Should be doing much more damage right now. Ah, well. There we go. Finally getting aggro, which is what I really want. And let's get the hops out there. And put the hobs on that. Okay, so he's in a pod. That's fine. A capsule I can deal with. Let's see. Let's align back to our station. Yeah, oh yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. Of course, it could just be scouting me in capsule. No, he's gone. He's gone from system. You see, his capsule's still on scan because he logged out in space. You really shouldn't do that. Really, you shouldn't. A good scanner will be able to scan your capsule down, get an entire fleet on top of your head, and kill you. It's true. It's true. It's true. If they know what they're doing, that's dangerous. We're real close here. We need to wait for those other guys to come get us. So, same thing with ships. If you're in a ship, there's a time, a duration where they have to scan you down and kill your ship in your pod before it disappears from space when you log out. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. And if you're engaged in combat, that takes even longer. So, I know. Some of the more famous ship losses in EVE are based on log off. Let's see, freaking dampening. It's alright. It's better than ECM. It's much better than ECM. It's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And I have one of these Rex books marked already, so I'll be able to remember which one it is, come out and grab my salvager and salvage everything up. Magnometric, that's good. Keep me from getting jammed. I don't need a ship scanner, so I'll probably just try to reprocess that for minerals. And go from there. Close enough? No. I've really got to get that skill up. If you max the skill, you should be able to use your drones out to 50 kilometers without any modules or rigs to increase that range. So that's kind of ideal. Yeah, let's just get aligned back to station. That's good. That's all I want to know. That they're killing that guy. Come on. Whoa, whoa. Oh my god. It does the same thing it's always done. It freezes just a little bit when the disk space gets low, relatively low, and Fraps is building new files. Because it just allocates like a 4 gig chunk of disk space to record to. And every time it needs to do that, if I've got a lot, don't have a ton of space, or if I've got any fragmentation on that drive, things get really weird. It just like there's this huge. Oh, I just hate it. All right, let's pull these drones back, and then everything else out here is a battleship. And what we'll do is we'll get the heavier drones out. Hammer time. And we use the medium drones on these. Don't use the medium drones on the frigates because they have a harder time hitting the. They have a hard time hitting small ships. They don't move as fast. They don't track as well. Same thing with like small guns versus medium guns, for example, which is why a destroyer is a better frigate killing platform than, say, a battleship or a battle cruiser, even though they have the same number of slots for high slots, for example. Although this only has 6. I think the Megatron's got 8. I think all the battleships. Do all the battleships have 8? Thinking maybe my Tempest doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't have 8 turrets. That's for sure. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just the 3 of us again. These guys they're becoming like my little buddies. What did I do that for? Are you all gonna fly right up each other's tailpipes again? I think it's kind of funny. But you know, I've barely had to touch these, except for, you know, to turn it off after I'd left it on for way too long. LeBeau, new contact. Okay, just keep an eye on them. Something about Null Sec. Security status means nothing, because just attacking people here is it doesn't lower your sec status at all. So if you live in Null Sec, you could shoot people all you want, and it doesn't lower your sec status and make you more obvious as somebody who goes around just jumping random people. Just one of those things you kind of need to be aware of. So this site was one probe scan. So there's 2 different kinds of sites in any space, really. There's the ones where you need multiple probes to scan them down. You can have those in terms of combat sites with wormholes or radars or ladars or magnetic or gravimetric, all of which we've, I guess, maybe talked about a little bit. Or you can have ones, what we call unknowns, that are just combat sites, as we call them. And you can just drop one probe, cover the whole system, and get them all at one scan. You can also just warp to planet and use your onboard system scanner without having any probes out at all. You just hit analyze, right? It takes about 30 seconds, so it's longer than it would if you were just using probe scanner. But it'll do, I think it's like a 4.5, 5 AU range, which, since most of these combat sites that are one probe hit will spawn, I think they all spawn within 5 AU of a planet or some celestial. They'll show up. So if somebody was really looking for me, they didn't even have probes, they could just bounce from planet to planet, scan out the site, and there it would be, the FM-019, and it would be, they could warp right on top of me. So that's one of those things you kind of have to be aware of as well, is how deep are you as far as scanning goes. So if I see probes, I do need to be worried. I need to be more worried. But if I see ships, and if I see them on short scan, then I need to be ready to get out. Unless, of course, it's just one ship and I think I can take it. And that's really, sometimes that's a hard decision to make. You see one guy and you're like, oh gosh, can I take that guy or not? I don't know. And I think that those decisions get more difficult when it's same ship class. So if I'm in a battlecruiser and you're in a battlecruiser and we go shoot each other, it could go either way. It really could. So you have to be kind of careful. But then again, I've seen people in frigates just completely tear up battlecruisers. So it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Nothing quite as funny as watching people in large ships get completely wrecked by by people in smaller ships that they should be able to blow up. Because really, in a way, all you have to do is kill anything that can blow up your ship, which in terms of this ship, for example, if you were fighting my ship in a frigate, if you killed my drones, I would have a hard time blowing you up. And you should be fast enough to hold a point on me and keep away from my guns. That's the funny thing. You know, people get all cocky and sure about going out in larger ships, but it's not a guarantee. It's absolutely not a guarantee. Like these guys, battleships, see? Alright, so they're NPCs, they don't count. They don't count. Because no player would just trail behind me 20, 25 kilometers slowly. I don't even have a point on them. Not even in point range. Just killing them. Just killing them. Why not? Why not kill them? Oy, oy, oy. Oh, it's going to dampen to me, though. See that dampening? There it is. It's the dampening. It's not doing any good. There. Oh, they're both dampening me. But not enough. Not enough for me to lose my lock. And it wouldn't matter because my drones are already on them. So take that. Take that, NPCs. I'm literally looking forward to, once I kind of get settled out here, getting into some more PvP stuff. I think it'll be a good time. Come on. Wish I had some ogres. If I had some ogre 2s, this would probably be done already. The hammer 2s are good, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. You gotta get the big drones. You gotta get the big drones with the big damage. But my brain just shut off for a second. I am finishing my training on Cruisers 5 right now. And what that'll do is it'll open up the heavy assault cruisers, and I'll be able to drop sentry drones, which would be awesome. Sentry drones do quite a bit of damage. I am ready to go as far as that goes. I have my drone interfacing to 5 already. So these skills, some of these could go higher, but this one I'm going to get higher so that I can get Tech 2 sentries. And then sentry specialization, I think, is a skill. Maybe not. Whatever. So I'm going to be getting sentry drones fit out and going into an Ishtar. And I think that'll be my next ship here before I go with the Dominics. So even before I get the Dominics, I'm going to go with the heavy assault cruiser fit with sentries. Because then I can just drop them, and they do... And if they were back there, they'd be just like beating these guys into a bloody pulp. It would be terrible. It would be absolutely terrible. Boom! Look at that. There's going to be some juicy salvage in there. Juicy salvage. So that's my my kind of goal. He's getting close. So I'm going to put my guns on him. But my cap is full. My shields are almost full. He's still having a hard time hitting me. Because I am just an amazing pilot. Amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. So I think rats are kind of losing their thrill for me. So I'm going to have to kind of get myself into some more PvP situations. I still want to do more exploration stuff, though. I was kind of, I don't know, I kind of want to get back onto the Exploring New Eden series and get back out there. From where I'm at, it's still a long flight to where I want to go, but I'll probably do that maybe this week sometime. I'm having a lot more time because I decided that my career needs changing. The 60-hour weeks are just getting ridiculous. I can't handle it anymore. So I decided that it's time for me to find other things to do. I gave my 2 weeks notice. I'm very excited about it. And that frees up a lot of my time. Because in these last 2 weeks, I am down to 40 hours. Yay! So, that's what I told him. I said, you get 2 40-hour weeks left. You better find yourself a new person. And I've already kind of got some new options lined up. Going to be doing some interviews this week. But I'm pretty excited about it. And I made it very clear with my prospective new employers that I'm not available for that many hours. And if actually one of the jobs is hourly, which I haven't been in an hourly job in a long time, but man, for suckers, tell you what, salary is for suckers. Never, ever, 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 ever take a salary job if you don't have to. It's just, oh my God. That's when they abuse you. That's when they abuse you. And mostly they're just thinking, oh, they'll be terrified to leave because the job market's terrible. Well, you know what? I'm not. I'm a smart guy. I'm pretty good at what I do. You know what? People will pay me. Other people would be glad to have me. So, there you go. Don't abuse your employees and don't take a salary job. The only thing worse than salary is royalties. Oof. I wrote a book once. Actually, 2 editions of a book. Yeah, you never see anything past the advance. I didn't know that the first time, but I figured it out by the second one. Alright, looks like we're about to take this one down. We'll see if we get a new spawn. I mean, they're doing pretty good damage from the drones. We're down to hull, which for Galente ships, hulls are very thick. And I think it used to be kind of the idea was Caldare shield tank, Amar armor tank, Galente hull tank, which nobody hull tanks, and then Mimitar, can do whatever they want to do. But because Mimitar, the whole thing with them is flexibility, but all the hulls are really, really thick on Galente ships, and the damage control on a frigate actually adds quite a bit of hit points just from the hull. If you put reinforced bulkheads on one, you could really surprise somebody with hull HP. It'd be hilarious. Hilarious. But nobody hull tanks. Oh, more of them. More of them. Okay. They're so far away. So far away. But I know if I warp out, come back, they're going to be gone. Come on. Alright, get in the bay, please. Alright, so I'm going to warp over to this.
Warp drive active.
They're always in this cloud. And then I will align out. Hi, Admiral. See, he's almost a million-esque. And we'll align back to that station. Oh, come on. This is the part that just kills me. Come on, come on, get in lock range. At least I'm alone in system. It's quiet. So quiet. Come on. There we go. Lock. 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 There we go. Lock. Lock. And I already within 45 to actually use my drones. I'm alone in system and I'm still scanning. I find that amusing. More cruisers. More battleships. So that last batch was 2 million ISK in bounties, so 3.3 million ISKs. And again, 11%. 11%. Oh. There we go. I don't have aggro though. Just take a shot. So far away. Someone is shooting me. That's weird. Oh, it's me shooting them. I wasted some ammo. That's alright. Ammo is cheap. Ammo is cheap. Well, let's just launch the drones. Keep an eye on them though. We'll take this guy first. One of the cruisers. One of the cruisers. And if they start shooting stuff, the odds are that they're shooting my drones. And I need to pull them back. I think that space noise is supposed to be comms chatter. It's weird. No, he's going to go down pretty quick. Wow, way quick. Much quicker than some of the other ones did. Wow. That's insane. Oh. Additional contact. Gingerella. Or ginger ale. Unholy Industries. Mm-hmm. Doesn't look friendly. And one of the things I don't have out here that would be really helpful is a scout. It's because somebody could be bubbling the other side of a gate. They could be scouting me and waiting for me to go out, bubble the gate, and I would get killed pretty terribly. Get pretty terribly mangled. Your turn. That would be nice. I know a lot of people fly with alts just so that they can scout themselves if they're going to be doing solo work. But I'm hardcore, man. I don't need no alts on at the same time scouting me. Although sometimes I have my trade alt up in another instance of Eve so that I can be making my ISK at the same time that I'm shooting stuff. It's market. Trading on the market is just another form of PvP, really. It's just you shoot each other with 1/100th of an ISK at a time. I knew a guy who was really good at the market. That's how he made all of his money. And I knew what he bought and sold. He made me mad, so I went into his prime area for buying and selling this particular thing, and I just tanked the market. Just absolutely tanked it. And we were in the same chat at one point, and he's complaining about how his profit margins have gone through the floor. And I'm like, oh really? It's just terrible. It was hilarious. It cost me a lot of ISK. It cost me a ton of ISK. But you know, it was necessary. It was necessary. Had to be done. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just another way to shoot somebody. You just shoot them with ISK out of their wallet into your wallet. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's two of them. They're in the same corp. Keep an eye out. Oh, spike. Yep. Yep, they're all in the same group. Is he the same group that was here through earlier? I don't remember these names. This is a different corp, though. Keep an eye on the scan. That's why it's always good to be in that habit. I am aligned to the station, right? Yeah, I am. I am. I am indeed. Okay, keep an eye out. I'm sure they're friendly people, they're lovely human beings. But you know what? You just can't trust it. You just can't trust it. So I don't believe in a fair fight either. If I could jump me with, 4 people, I would jump me with 4 people. I wouldn't just go solo. Sometimes an arranged fair fight's nice, but mm-mm. Come on. Come on. I need to close this up so I can salvage it. So I can salvage it. There we go. Alone again. The way I like it. Alright, that guy's about done. That guy is about done. There he goes. Last one, fingers crossed. But I think it'll be pretty good. Those two guys were, 900,000 ISK each. So that's not too shabby. Not too shabby. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6 mil. That's not too bad. Just on bounties. It's not including anything I can get out of the ships, and it's not including any of the salvage that I'll be getting off of the ships later. Alright, I'm just gonna go in there. I'm gonna orbit him at 7,500. He should be blaster fit. Those will look kind of like rails. See if my guns are hitting. No. Just want to get in close enough. I think I'm almost done. There we go. Come on. There we go. Still not even touching my armor. It's good. It's good. The extra DPS from my guns will hopefully take him down sooner. And maybe I'll be a little bit closer to my spawn point for these guys. There we go. There we go. And a pulse on this. Just one. Just one. Come on. Come on. Die. Die. Pulse on this. Come on. At some point I get really impatient and I'm just like, you can die any time now. Any time. Go ahead. Go ahead and die. The T1 guns aren't really cutting the mustard. I need barrage. Ah, yes. That was the last one. Woo! Alright. So that's our first complete site, I think, in Nullsec, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Let's just see what the battleships dropped. Let's see if they dropped anything worth having. And then I'm going to go grab myself a salvage ship. I'll need to build one, so I won't put you guys through all of that. And then I'll come back out here and I'll salvage all these wrecks and start my stockpile of salvage loot so that I can start building my own rigs. Because like I said, man, rigs are expensive out here. And I should be able to get armor plates and all that good stuff off these guys. Probably not as much as if I were fighting angels. Angels drop armor plates like nobody's business. Armor plates and trip bars. Those are the expensive stuff. So that's exciting though. I'm glad that this went as well as it did. And like I said, I'll probably, I don't know, I got all that stuff that I'm really looking at. It's salvage already. Large remote reppers, boosters, armor, something or others. I don't need the charges though. Come on. There we go. Ammo is not really worth a whole ton to me. It's certainly not large ammo. I just... Bleh. Ah, who cares? Come on. Vice Admirals. High Admirals. Core High Admiral. That's probably the juicy stuff. I hope. We'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, Cap Booster 400s. Guess what I use? That's right. 400s. Oh, man. Well, I don't need any of this. Jettison. And in all honesty, metal scraps are pretty worthless. I can get them for minerals, but I don't really do much with minerals, so just gonna put those in there. And these are actually pretty expensive out here. Oh my god, I left it. Eesh. 50. Alright, there we go. Junk, you're all junk. Alright, where are we headed? Let's head over this way. Let's head over that way. Core High Admiral wreck. That's not really that worth much. That's really not worth much. That's, you know, some of these are worth to sell. And then the question is whether I keep them, sell them. Yeah, but I can come back, so it's not the end of the world. Crazy frogs. Froggy. Alright. Come on. Come on. Keep an eye on the scan. Oh, this should despawn when I'm done, so. Keep an eye out, keep an eye out. I'm sure you're a wonderful person, but this is Eve after all. And I do find it bleeds over into my other games. Alright, what do we get? Wasp. Seriously? 800 size. That I don't have the cargo space for. I don't have cargo space for any of this. Alright, alright. Well, I'm just going to have to bookmark it and come back. Alright, guys. Well, I'm just going to be eluding the field and salvaging at this point, so thank you guys for watching. I'm going to try to get this edited up and put out Monday, Tuesday. And we'll hopefully see you guys soon. Again, oh, crow incoming. But thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you soon. If I get shot at on my way home, I will definitely get the recording started again.